He's a musician, producer, futurist, tech entrepreneur, TV star, director, author, philanthropist through his brilliant I.am Angel Foundation. Please welcome the incredible will.i.am. There he is.
Hey, what
Will,
up?
how are you?
I'm all right. There was a lot of titles in there. I was like, I don't know if I'm a director, but okay.
But I think you are. I think you direct all of us. You direct all of us to the future. Because I find your career fascinating, and I'm so thrilled I get to, because so often when I'm talking to you on the show, we're talking about music or new releases or stuff that you're doing in any time you've been here. But I'm always been interested to know, like, what was the defining moment for you when you decided that tech was going to be your next phase in business?
Well, I realized that the music industry is tech, right? So the person who invented one of the things that we utilize to get our music out there a long time ago was a record player. That person is Thomas Edison. So that Grammy Award is really a gramophone, and that gramophone was invented by Thomas Edison. If you think of like radio and broadcast, that's Tesla. So our content is riding on platforms built by legendary, technologists, like folks that invented awesome, ways to allow us to communicate, to get our ideas multiplied and shared. And I'm not a musician in the traditional sense. I can play the piano enough to write a song, but I can't solo. I don't play the trumpet. I can't sing like Michael Jackson. I play the hell out of my computer. So I'm really a computer programmer. And the software I program on is Pro Tools. And that's when I realized, like, hey, let me surround myself with all the folks that make this laptop work. Who are these people? How much money did it take to develop this laptop? Like, who are the folks that made this phone? Like, what is the team? What team did it take to program it? And how many different iterations did they have to go through for them to come to the final version? And it's no different than the process to make a song, the process to make a video, to design your stage that you perform on. Right? There's so many hands that go into keeping it safe. The LED screens and programming all the content for people to have that enjoyable 2-hour experience. But what if that was a product? What if it was a physical product? And so that's when I realized, like, I wanted to know the makers, the coders, the board spinners, the chipset manufacturers, And so when in 2007, I told Jimmy Iovine that we should make hardware, and that turned into Beats. And being a part of Beats changed my life.
I love that you dove into tech in such a huge way, but yet you, like all of us mere mortals out there, still can't find the right platform so that your laptop doesn't move when you speak.
Oh, my laptop was moving? Sorry.
See, even there with the hardware, you're still right there. But I do think it's amazing that you kind of reinvented yourself in such a way, still doing the music and all these things, but as part of your second career, what was it that sparked your interest in AI, in artificial intelligence?
Well, AI is, to me, is next level computing. It's computing to areas where you can interface with the machine in a more natural way. And there's AI all around us. There's AI that makes your spell check better. There's AI with the machine learning that allows you to put instant filters on your photo or your video. AI is everywhere. AI is search. AI is, is awesome algorithms that allow you to interface with the machine in a natural way. So from that, I dove into natural language understanding, putting teams together that allow you to interface with the machine in a very human way, not speaking with command that's command driven, like turn this on or turn this off, but a natural contextual conversational computing. And so when I got my proceeds from Beats, I went out and started building teams to build natural language understanding software.
So, but talk to me about how this can help improve society. How does it create new jobs? How will it change the way that we work?
COVID told us that teachers are super important. It reminded us how important teachers were. COVID told us that, you know, remote working is probably not going away because people learn how to work from home, people learn how to work remotely, and companies learn that they don't need everybody in the office. But there's gaps because teachers cannot teach everybody remotely the way they do when they're in a classroom. So you're going to need, you know, machines that understand people the way Facebook understands people. Because Facebook understands you, bro. It's just not the tool that you're learning on.
So
they're just selling you
something I'm
shit.
really proud of. Do you want to know something I'm really, really proud of? Never joined Never joined Facebook.
That's good. There's billions of people. There's billions of people around the world that are on it. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is Facebook knows you and understands you and can predict you more than the school district, the government, and the city, your mom, your priest, your counselor. And these types of data points need to be to empower, these data points need to empower people in communities more than business, and that should be to empower individuals. And
well,
especially especially when you have a machine that you can speak to and it could guide you not just from point A to point B, like give me directions to LAX.
Get it?
Right? Sorry, hold on. Give me directions to LAX. Right? Getting directions to LAX is easy on the phone. But what if I said, I want directions to a healthier life? How is it going to do that? I want to have more money in my bank account 5 years from now. How is it going to direct me? I want to be able to ask the phone everything, and it should know me the way Facebook knows me, that uses my data to sell to other people. Why can't it be for me? Why can't that same tool that monitors me to where I'm like, yo, this phone's listening to me, and it serves up an ad because I was just talking about it? No, they predicted me. Why can't that same predictive engine be used to empower, to embetter, to enrich my life and people like me, my family, my community? Why can't that happen? And in order to have that, you need natural language understanding, natural language programming. You need facial recognition for me, not just to unlock my phone, but to help me unlock my life. When I go there, it knows that I'm dehydrated. It knows that, yes, I know when I'm dehydrated, but it should be able to suggest better eating regimens for me to live a healthier life, to sustain health. Not just like every time I go to my phone, vegan, my phone knows I'm vegan. It should already tell me, hey, what about this restaurant? It should direct me. That GPS is not just from point A to point B. It's from point A to point B for every and anything that I'm interested in to help me live a better life.
Well, I appreciate that, but then everything you say, like all of that stuff, of course, that's a glorious sort of utopia, but there are concerns about.
No. That's not right now. That same technology is being used for one of the biggest giant companies right now. That's not utopia. That's right now, bro.
No, but I
mean
the idea of it unlocking the healthier life and being a force for good. Like, what can the tech industry do to ensure that AI delivers on its promise of it being beneficial to us as humans?
Well, first we have to get regulations in place and self-regulate is not enough. The technology is so freaking awesome that it could predict you in ways that you didn't even know. The technology is so awesome that it suggests things, but the only thing that it's doing right now is just serving up ads and selling you stuff. And monitoring you with cookies, and nobody's ever... Imagine you go to the freaking supermarket. There's regulations in the supermarket to keep you from eating horrible stuff. But you can't ask your phone, yo, who's checking my cookies right now? You can't ask Siri to be like, yo, who has access to my phone and my camera right now and who had it the past 5-10 minutes? You can't ask your phone that right now, but guess what? Somebody was checking your camera and your phone and your cookies and your data points and every place that you've been. That's right now, bro. But we don't have the regulations to make sure that our safety is first.
Yeah.
In order to do that, we need some regulations. We need some governance. So it's people first, not profit and companies first.
Well, that would be